Hi, and welcome to your midweek reading. This is Kristen with Sacred Soul Ascension. Today is Thursday, February 25th, and it's kind of an end of the week reading because I know a lot of my European viewers, it's already cusping Thursday into Friday. So welcome, and this is all for my YouTube viewers. I'm not going to post this on Facebook. Please like the video, share the video, subscribe if you're just coming across this. It's helping my viewership in the channel, the algorithms, of course. You know, when you like it, you comment, it really helps the channel. So let's get a card here. I'm going to do also a reading for the full moon on Saturday, so keep a heads up for that. So what card do we want to... Oh, okay, so the Great Severing, Mars energy, conflict, softening to love. So, people, when that Mars energy comes in, I transcend that energy of conflict and of war into the path of the warrior and the path of the peaceful warrior. And the amount of inner shadow work that we have to do in order to be a peaceful presence in this world and in your life, in your relationships, in your environment takes a lot of deep, steady, consistent inner work, kind of going to battle with your own inner demons. And that's really a part of the transmutation process that we're asked to do as human beings, becoming human divine. And so this Mars energy, if you're feeling triggered, if your anger is being triggered through events, uncontrollable by you, you're really asking to soften into love in this card. But I almost feel like go to battle with yourself and your reactive response, right? Because it's almost like before you can hold that presence of love, you really have to go in and address your reactivity and what's being triggered and what this perhaps injustice you're feeling that has been done to you, upon you, spoken about you, false accusations, all these ways that, you may be assaulted, energetically. And to allow to hold yourself back a bit and not react and not be in the war game, right? Take yourself off the battlefield and really try not to react and to hold space. And that is love. That is love in action. That is softening to love. And really going to battle with yourself. And it's so incredibly challenging to do because of course you want to react and justify your stance, your rightness. And I'm not talking about letting people walk all over you, but you can powerfully, opt out of the conflict. And so I'm kind of surprised to see that card come out, but somebody who's watching this needs to hear that. And, diffuse, it's don't suppress the anger, but move it. Go take a run. Go take a swim. Move the energy through your system so that it doesn't get jammed up and suppressed. Channel it, in a way. Go take a hike up a hill or a mountain, to get your heart rate pumping. In order to kind of feel alive and to feel your physicality and work through it. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune wants to come out here. So something about your up-leveling your response to this situation is going to get fortune's wheel spinning in your favor. It's going to help you set boundaries with people, places, and things that need a defined boundary. This is a part of your emotional intelligence, okay? Developing and surrounding yourself with people who are really for you and your up-leveling of your soul in this world. And if people are negating you and are not supporting you positively in your evolutionary steps, it is time to create boundaries in those relationships and call in, your soul family that's going to support your spiritual growth. And it's a painful process. It's not that you have to, then we have Queen of Swords. So there is this kind of clearing, cutting, and you can do that with love in your heart. Of course, the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Swords. We've got two queens here. The Queen of Cups advises to, hold that vast, powerful space of love. And the Queen of Swords is like, speak with clarity, speak with truth, speak with sovereignty. Have a sense of playfulness in your heart, about the situation. This, game of life is just such a trip. And, you've got to create boundaries. You've got to, sever energies that are not constructive for you or for the other person. A lot of times what comes to me is, people's behavior are almost like entities. It's not really their soul. On a soul level, there's a big cooperative energy. But then sometimes on the physical level, people are indoctrinated and programmed into belief systems, ideologies, and it runs very, very deep. And a lot of times, people's words and actions are acting from almost these entity attachments, these belief systems that are inorganic, they're, and you have to create boundaries with those aspects. It's not cutting ties with all the people that, upset you, but it is creating a boundary with those aspects of that energy that is, unhealthy. So let's get a little bit more clarification. This is kind of powerful. I'm curious what the Queen of Swords is looking toward, because we have the Wheel of Fortune spinning in your favor. There's a very compassionate, loving, emotional queen. Okay, and there's going to be, after that Queen of Swords, kind of cuts ties and sets boundaries. There's some emotional processing, some emotional healing that will naturally occur. I mean, if you're a feeling sentient human, you're going to go through some sort of, emotional cleansing, and a bit of a emotional, pain about having to set those boundaries with, probably people that you're quite, in good company, been in good company with. But it's going to put you on your path of having the reins of your own life. Once you get through that cleansing, that clearing, this Chariot card is you are balancing the duality. You're balancing the energy polarities in your system, and you've got the reins of your chariot. You are the charioteer of your life, and you're ready. You trust yourself, to really guide your spirit in the direction that is calling. And it's a very personal process. Nobody knows the direction of your soul's calling, the way you know it, right? You know what the feelings, the deep dreams that have been in your heart and soul. This Wheel of Fortune is like getting you really dialed in to connect with that level of yourself, and to enact that in the world, to like really take action and guard that from people who just don't know. Maybe you haven't fully articulated it into the world or even to yourself, that level of vision that you have for creation and your soul's emanation. So there's gonna be a letting go and a cleansing, a healing. And as you do that, once you do that, there's going to be like a full speed ahead, take the reins and fly. So I love this reading for us, coming into the end of the week and weekend. And I wish you a wonderful, wonderful life experience, however it meets and greets you. And breathe through it, alchemize, go through it. And, definitely when you come out on the other end from this process, these two queens are very powerful though. And the Wheel of Fortune, it's all spinning in your favor. The universe does have your back. Even when things feel like, you might feel very much alone, on the journey in your process. But those moments of feeling are alone are when you divine and you pray and you connect to your higher self and the higher God self, and you start to really align, not with people pleasing, but with the divine encounter of your true self, your true essence self. And that's what propels you forth through your actions. So okay, very cool. I like it a lot. So much love to you all.